Hello, good evening. Welcome to my very first stream. Um, my name is Robert. My username is Bobby F. And this evening I hope to be sharing with you a little chess competition between my local chess club. We used to meet in person every Wednesday evening, but of course this year that's no longer been possible. So after an empty period, we started meeting online about 3 months ago, and I can see tonight we've got about eight or nine of us hoping to play in a little mini tournament. So not only is this a bit new to me, but the streaming is very new to me. So all sorts of different things can go wrong. We're going to start in a little over 4 minutes, so it just gives me a time to tinker a little bit with the setup. I've taken my inspiration from the other fellow chess streamers who, all the professionals who stream their efforts during the Title Tuesday events online, which obviously feature, if you're not familiar with them, 600 or 700 of the world's strongest chess players compete on Tuesday afternoons. This is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be very different. So I've attached the moniker to this evening's entertainment, the Wacky Wednesday. So yeah, fingers crossed. Let's see how this goes. So I think this is week 12 actually. So wow, 12 weeks already. Okay, I don't think I've played in all 12 weeks. I've perhaps played half of those with mixed success, I must say. I did quite well last week. I think I got a bit of a lucky break here and there, but the week before that was a bit of a disaster. Yeah, felt really miserable after that. There's something about if I'm playing these, my friends, if I'm playing them in the bar, in the club, and lose, yeah, that's fine. We smile, have a joke about it. But I've discovered that if I play the same person online and I lose, I take it much more personally. So, and I don't know why that is. It's maybe it's just one of the things I need to get used to as a large part of the chess world has to move to playing online. So let's have a look at who's entered so far. So we've got number 1, Naughty Mouse. Now I think he's a guest member. I don't think he's a regular member of our Culture Chess Club, but he's been joining, I think, last 2 or 3 weeks. I remember he beat me the first time, but I think I got my revenge last week. Then number 2, we've got MarsX79. I do know him. He normally plays Border 1 for our team. So he's a very strong player, very strong player indeed, Marek. Then we have number 3 there, Damien MC. So in case you don't know, Damien is actually the organiser, the one behind tonight's event. And also another really strong player. Knows an awful lot of theory. So if I ever play him, it's going to be a tough game. Then we've got number 4, Cole Bunker 123. Again, a regular member of our club, who's been doing really well in these tournaments actually, punching above his weight. So he's another tough cookie. And then number 5 there on the list, well, that's me, and your host, Bobby F. Then we've got Gooch14, I think that's a cricket reference there. I always have fun and wild games against Gooch14. He likes to sacrifice and then sacrifice again and sacrifice more, and you never actually know whether you're winning or whether you're just about to be checkmated. And then two more names that I'm not so familiar with. Number 7's Spilditch, and number 8, Nick T. Now, I don't read too much into the ratings of these people. Okay, so I think we're about to start. So who am I going to be paired with? So I think it could be 3 or 4 games tonight. Let's see who I get drawn against in the first round. And I must say, I'm not used to talking during my games, but I'll do my best to give you my insights into the mad workings of my mind as I try and play these games of chess. Yeah, fingers crossed. So counting down, 18, 17, 16 seconds. So what do I need to do to prepare? Yeah, of course, if I was playing in a club, this wouldn't be water that I was drinking as well, but needs must. Okay, oh, it's a tough one, playing Mars X79. Oh dear, okay, well, let's give it my best shot. Okay, the clock started already. So let's go for the English opening. And let's see how he's going to respond to me today. Okay, it's going to be a type of Grunfeld setup. Is he going to go for a fianchetto, or is he going to play immediate d5? Okay. I don't mind that. I'll try and aim towards a 4 knights variation of the English opening. So if he brings his other knight out now, yes. Okay, there are a few different ways to go here. I could do g3, I could do d3 as well, but of late I've been trying out this version to get slightly more, at least slightly different games, at least at club level anyway. I couldn't speak for professional level games. So it'll give him something to think about. It might be a little bit different. I think the idea of this opening and this line is really just to get a nice, comfortable position with a slight edge to white with bishops. You know, I'll try and fianchetto my king's bishop. And then if I have time, and if my opponent allows me, I'll then try to bring my black square bishop again onto b2, and enjoy a comfortable space advantage. Okay, so he's having a bit of a think. Either that or I'm offline. Yeah. Okay, so he's exchanged, right? So I recapture. Now I think the best line for black is going for activity to bring his bishop out to pin my knight. He's got to try and fight for some initiative in the opening as black. I think anything else is a bit passive. Not to say it's bad, not to say that I'll be able to take advantage of it either, but that's the most dynamic way to play, I think. Yeah, so Barak is usually really a quick player, but in playing so quickly, he does, in my experience, sometimes give you a few chances, which you need to be on your toes to try and take advantage of, because if you don't, you'll just get wiped off the board. So I'm glad I'm up on the clock. It probably won't last for very long. Yeah, I should say when I'm playing online on chess.com, most often I play about 5 minutes per person with a small increment, and that's quite good. But for these Wednesday nights, for these wacky Wednesdays, we've gone for slightly longer time control in the hope that we can play some slightly better quality chess. Okay, so exchange knight. My queen's on a nice square there in the centre. I think this should be quite comfortable for me now. Just as I say, the generic plan is to fianchetto the white square bishop, get castled. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that there. Let's go ahead with that plan. Anything else I can take advantage of? I would like to try and double his pawns on the f file if I get a chance. But yeah, his bishop's there at the moment covering the knight, but it is quite a passive setup for black. I suppose he could now put his rook onto the semi-open file. Or we could go for I don't think you go d5 straight away, but he might prepare it with a c6 or do a d6 first. But yeah, nothing too sharp which I'm worried about at the moment. Okay. So let me think. My bishop is bearing down on b7, so he probably doesn't want to bring his bishop out straight away. This is what I mean. I think I've got a comfortable game here. I think it's always when you're playing this line, it's always nice just to get your king safe, and then you can relax. And then I can think about what I'm going to do with this dark squared bishop. Okay, he's got a6. Okay, so he's trying to stop my knight coming into b5. I can't imagine he's threatening b5 yet, but maybe in the longer term. But yeah, he hasn't got any weaknesses, but he's letting me get on with my development. So what's he going to do next? What's his plan? Yeah. Don't know. Let's continue with mine. Let's try and get this dark square bishop on another long diagonal. Okay, so he's perhaps going to go for b5. Queenside counterplay. So can he do that straight away? Suppose he could do. If he does b5, how am I going to respond to b5? Do I want to stop b5 with a4, perhaps? Yes, that's a possibility. Or do I try to be awkward and put my queen a7? That's a random thought. I can't believe that would work. Attacking his rook, he'd have to move his bishop to protect his rook. And then could I take on b7? I mean, would that work? Ooh. No, there's nothing for me to be gained from that, I don't think. Queen a7, who does bishop? Bishop c6. Maybe it's possible. Let me have a think about this. What else? I've got a4, or I could just continue with my plan of bishop to b2. Okay, I must be missing something. So queen a7. Let's say he does bishop d6. I just get a free pawn. Okay, I could end up losing my white squared bishop, which might weaken my king. I don't know. Ooh, yeah, interesting. Should I chicken out of it, or should I go for it? I think it looks a bit greedy, doesn't it? If I go in there and get greedy, getting greedy. And I'm spending a lot of time thinking about it as well. Oh, he could bring his knight back to. Yeah, he could bring his knight back to. Yeah, that's silly. If I do queen a7, he could bring his knight, drop his knight back to d6. Yeah, that's just silly. Okay, so rule that one out. So what's my plan B? Don't want to stop b5 completely. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll go with this. Right, how long did I think there? 2.5 minutes. Okay, I need to get a move on. Yeah, I wasted a bit of time there. Investigating a dead end. A bit of a non-starter move that was. So, what was I saying? So, yeah, I was saying I normally play a bit faster time controls, but for various reasons. I thought for my first stream, I thought I'd give this a go at the longer time control. It gives me a chance to think a bit more and not make a complete fool of myself at the faster phone controls. So let's come there. So do I want to drop my knight into d5 yet? So is he going to go for the d5 breaks? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 covering d5 at the moment. So So he's not threatening d5 yet. Yeah, I think I'd like to get a bishop on the long diagonal and then think about putting a knight in to d5. If nothing else, it then frees up the c1 square. Okay, here we go. Yeah, he might put his queen behind the bishop now and have to try and swap off my white square bishop. Yeah. Okay, how am I going to deal with that? I have to think about that. Okay, so now it's threatening, he's reorganizing his pieces. It's threatening to put his bishop onto f6 now. But I think now's the time. Oh yeah, that could be tricky, so you could swap off there, takes. Yeah, I don't really want to... See, my black square bishop is a lovely piece on the long diagonal, whereas his black square bishop not so good at the moment unless you can get it onto f6 and maybe exchange them. I've got knight e4. That's interesting. Not threatening mate straight away, but does that allow him then to do d5? Not sure. Must watch the clock as well. Okay, so he's going to do. He wants to do bishop f6. How do I stop bishop f6? Okay, I'm gonna drop in now. I'm gonna drop my knight in. Okay, yeah, so all of a sudden I'm down to 8 minutes. I need to move faster. Must move faster. Yeah, so if I can exchange off his black square bishop, then my bishop's going to become so much stronger. So how can he say his black square bishop? He could go to g5. Does he really want to go there? Because I can get an immediate tempo then with f4 attacking it, and maybe even f5. Yeah, I like that. Or is he going to try and get some counterplay with a c5 and kicking my queen about? At least he's having to think about it. Gives you a bit of confidence if I know my opponent's having to think. Okay, yeah, so he's wanted there. Yeah, I think that was forced. So, what do I recapture with? If I capture with the pawn, it gives me the open c file to attack down, but he's then going to play bishop f6, and you'll have that chance of swapping off the dark square bishops. But I've still got an edge. Take with the bishop, you can kick it away, you can still do. Take with the queen. Yeah, he's still going to put something back onto f6, isn't he? He's going to be bishop or the knight, and then he's going to attack my queen. I'm drawn to pawn takes bishop here. Is it the right move positioning? Not sure. I'd like to then play on his backward pawn on c7. Okay, but then he can get out and get a tempo. Queen, bishop there, bishop, queen back to d2. Yeah, I'm going to go with the pawn. Let's see what happens. As I said, it does give him the opportunity to swap off the dark square bishops though. Yep, as I thought. Maybe he's not going to exchange that. Maybe he's just going to drop it into e5. But apart from that, his pieces are a bit tied up. Yeah, he's gone for that. Okay. So I've got the bishop against the knight. Yeah, that knight's still going to jump in. If he can manoeuvre his knight f6, d7, and then potentially c5 or e5, that'd be a nice posting for it. Yeah, what can I do in the meantime? Or is he actually going to try and swap the queens off? I don't think. Yeah, I need to get my rooks onto that c file as fast as possible. I should also start thinking about how I want my queenside pawns. Do I want to fix the pawns on the queenside? I mean, do I want to play a5 to fix him where they are? Okay, so he's gone straight onto there. Okay. So where's that man going? Okay, so let's go with the plan. Let's get these rooks into the game. Okay, so how am I going to? What's the best way for me to double my pawn? In these types of positions, it's often nice to try and keep my pawn on e2, because it does cover some useful squares. d3 here, it stops anything coming in here. But I can say he could soon double up and attack my pawn twice. Okay, need to think. That'll be just a bit silly if I let him do that. But I think he's already got that. Then the nature of the position is going to change. Okay, so I can go there. Yeah, this is probably too passive now what I'm doing, but what to do? Okay. Yeah. I'm not entirely happy with how it's turned out now. Okay, now he wants to open up this side of the board. Yeah, okay, so he's fixed his pawn backward there, so I'm kind of okay with that. So I wanted to do a5 straight away, but that probably doesn't work either. I wasn't expecting that move. Okay, so of course if I take, it works. All the breaks work for him. If I move my queen, okay, so think. Do I just try and centralize my queen? Okay, let's go for that. I must speed up. Okay, I'm probably going to shut up for a few minutes now. I need to think and come up with some accurate moves. Yeah, now he's nice and brilliant. Okay. Okay, getting a bit sharp now. it. He's going to do that. Yeah, I think I've messed up a bit there. Might have to go for a sacrifice. Exchange sacrifice, yep. Takes. Oh dear. Okay, do I need to take anything at the moment? I think I can get my pawns back. Should I just hold on to this pawn here? How is he going to protect everything? Okay, play quick, need to speed up. Of course he goes there and he protects everything. Stupid. Okay. I suppose I should be trying to keep the queens on. Can't go there. Ay. What a mess. What a mess. I think I made a mess of this. Right, well, what is up? Give me a plan. Give me a plan. Okay. Okay. I know I should be trying to keep the queens on. The longer I think about this, the less time I'm going to have. I need to keep them. Yeah, I think this one's gone. I'll fight on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm just playing moves now. If I'm going to make it difficult, I should need to keep the queens on. And then it also makes it difficult for me because some more moves to think about. But to give myself practical chances, I've got to keep the queens on. And not get mated on the back rank. Yeah, interested. After this game, I'd like to look back to see where I went wrong. I think it's probably the wrong idea to let him swap off the back square bishop so easily, anyway. And then, yeah, my plan to gang up on the c file was just not fast enough, and that knight came in. Oh well. Let's keep fighting. Ouch. Oh dear, didn't see that one. And he's attacking the bishop. Oh dear, disaster. Yeah, what a disaster. That's the rook gone, isn't it? Well, I'm just trying to keep the bishop going. Oh dear, I didn't see that one coming. Oh dear. Yeah, okay, I don't think I've got much choice. He's going to bring the other rook in now. Okay. Oh, it's horrible, 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 horrible. Okay, queen, his rook's going to b2, and I'm going to get mated around the back there. What else? What is there to do? Is there anything? Okay, let's try and get this somewhere. If I don't get mated, of course now I can force the queens off. Yeah, I'm going to resign that now. That's gone downhill way too quickly. Well, I have to say, well played. Yeah, that went downhill very quickly after the opening. Oh, no rest. 10 seconds and we're into the next game too. Okay, gives me a chance to... Okay. So this could be fun. Okay, I don't think I've played against this in a long time. So when somebody plays something unexpected, don't freak out, just play normal moves, as the trainers always used to say. So I normally just go for a standard queen pawn against something odd like that. Okay. So I think this is perhaps a different version of the game. Maybe this is we're playing give away the pieces. Okay. Beginner's trap. Okay, well, I'm not quite sure whether that's me falling for it or he's falling for it. Just play normal moves. Yeah, so that's not a normal opening, I must say, for club chess. Okay, but I mustn't get complacent, that's the thing. You think you're playing somebody who's never played before, and then you lower your guard, and before you know it, it comes back and bites you. I've been there before. Okay, so let's not panic. So I've got to be careful. I don't have a white square bishop. Let's remember that. But there's nothing really to worry about. He says, continue with developing moves. I'm not going to get greedy and gobble up this pawn yet, but we'll see. wonder if I can find out who Nick T is. What happens if I click here? Okay, I better be careful before I start clicking on things, otherwise I might end up leaving the tournament. Okay, so he's developed a piece to protect the pawn. But I still have this pawn on pre if I want to take it. Again, just don't want to get greedy and then suddenly find myself falling for a trap. We've all been there. I don't think it's a trap about that. And then I'm ready to cancel after this. He might attack my queen. If he brings his bishop out here to g5 attack my queen, I can scoot across and gobble up that one. Yeah, I've just broken the old, rule, don't bring your queen out too early in the opening. But okay, he's going there. Okay, so now he's threatening queen takes pawn. But that's okay. I'm gonna castle, I think. Then I could even play. No, then. Okay, but if I do castle, he's then threatening bishop here. See, I've gone and doing it again, haven't I? I've gone and fallen for a little bit of a trick there. Okay, not to worry. We can fix this. Yeah. He might end up getting his exchange back again if I'm not careful. Yeah. Okay, so a bit. Yeah, I didn't really want to do that, but I'll bring my knight across here. Blocked my bishop in. Now I just need to make sure my queen doesn't get trapped in the middle of the board. That would be a bit embarrassing. Go back to the basics. I'm an exchange up. I should try and swap off the pieces. Go get to an ending. And then my rook against the bishop should be sufficient to clean up. White's having a think, so what might he do? He might bring the knight out to c3, putting more pressure on here, but then I probably could castle. Still got to deal with the annoying bishop g5 at some point. Yeah, I'd just like to get myself castled. I mean, I'd be happy castling kingside actually, I think. But yeah, let's not chicken out of it. I need to castle queenside. Queenside it is. Oh, what did I say about trying not to lose my queen? Oh yeah, I think I'm doing that already. Now let's see, where's that queen going to go? Is there anything in the check? No, because that pawn's in the way. Come here, I think I just drop back. Oh yeah, drop back here. Threatening this pawn. He can attack my queen again with a knight, but that doesn't do anything. I'll just gobble up this one. It would be different if his bishop was, I don't know, somewhere on here. He could chase my queen around with his white squared bishop. I wonder how the other game's getting on. wonder if there's a way for me to find out who the without accidentally kicking myself out of the tournament. No, that's not the right button. Okay, so there's the scores after round 1. Okay, so he's done knight out there, attacking there again. So I think I can I can gobble up this pawn. I think I should get rid of this pawn. That was an annoying pawn. But then he's got bishop here. I really want to take that pawn, and it frees up my pieces. But not if I end up getting maybe. So he's then he's going to take on this pawn. Okay, I think let's not panic. Let's just castle. I can get that pawn later. If I castle, I can then threatening d4. Yeah, castle's good. Can't be wrong with that. Can't be anything wrong with that. So as I was saying, on the right hand side there, I pulled up the scoreboard after round 1. So Cole Bunker 1 out of 1. Yeah, I said he's a bit of a demon at these wacky Wednesdays. Malzik 79, yeah, who just beat me. He also won 1, and Damien. Oh, and Spildage. So 4 wins. 4 on 1 is 1, and 4 on 0 out of 1. Okay, I need to get some scores on the board. So I think we're going to have 4 rounds tonight. I don't know whether I'll stream for all 4 of them. You might be bored of the sound of my voice by the end of this one, but if I start playing better... Oh, he has moved. Sorry, his knight's moved. Just pay attention, he's attacking my queen. And he's attacking that pawn as well. Okay. So it does look... I can take that pawn off. And now he can't... Now he's taken the square by his knight, so he can't follow up with his bishop. So what else can he do? He could move his knight around there and attacking my queen, but I can just drop it back. Yep, so that's another pawn gobbled up, I think. Now he's got bishop g2 lining up on that pawn, but as I say, I'm just threatening d4 now. Yeah. I think when I get a bit better, a bit more practiced at this streaming and talking and playing at the same time, I might get into start trying to annotate the board. I see other streamers do that. They've been doing it a lot longer than me. Rather than me just talking about d4, b5 and things, I'll try and mark the squares off. But at this point I'm scared I'll actually do a move by mistake until I learn how to operate the controls. One more thing to go wrong, so yeah, I'll try and practice that a little bit offline, and then I can start annotating the board as I'm playing. And then when I get really good and short time, I'll start trying to do the pre-moves. This is where you anticipate what your opponent's about to do, and you do your move in advance, so that you can reply immediately. But again, I just see that being as a recipe for disaster if I try that without practicing the controls first. Okay, so he's having a bit of a think here. Come on, Nick T. 74. What's he going to do? What might he do? So let's just work this out. If he does bishop g2, getting his white square bishop out, I can do d4. If he takes the knight, I can recapture with the knight. Yeah. So if he tries exchanging here, he's got 2 knights and a queen on. Okay, he's gone for that one. Yeah, probably a good idea, creating a threat. And then he can deal with my d4 afterwards. So where do I want to put my queen? Do I put it back on h5? We might end up repeating moves a little bit then if you do that. No? F6, F5 is an option. I don't want it to get in the way of anything else. I quite like the square F5 I might want for my knight. I'm tempted by Queen F6, I think. Is there anything else I need to be careful? I'll go. I'll drop it back to F6. Okay, so I've been streaming for 45 minutes now. Okay. Okay, he's giving a check in there. That's no biggie. I'll move out of the way. So I want to go back to the plan of trying to swap off a few of these minor pieces. Knights, bishops. Yeah, sometimes in games like these, when your opponent plays some really odd moves, I find it really difficult to plan and anticipate what they might do next. I can be thinking about what I think is a sensible move and never even consider the move that gets played on the board. Which then my mind starts wandering and think, what's the point? I'll just wait and see what he does, and then react. Probably not the correct way to play. My mind starts wandering. Okay, so his bishop's come back onto that diagonal, right? Okay, but that doesn't stop me from doing d4, forking his pieces. So if I do that, what does he do? Okay, his knight comes over and attacks my queen. So, yeah, I can't quite do that just yet, or it doesn't gain me anything. And he's got the two pieces back on it. Okay, so if he does that, then he attacks my queen. Where's my queen going? I don't know. And also, sometimes when your opponent starts playing strange moves, you're tempted to respond in kind. I can get Harry the H pawn running down the board, maybe to try and get my rook into the game. Yeah, what the hell? So should we do that? Should we get Harry involved? Why not? Let's get him up there. Yeah, for those of you not familiar, Harry the H pawn. This is a reference, of course, to the Ginger GM. One of my inspirations, I must say, both in terms of his attacking chess, which I can never even hope to even come remotely close to, but also as a streamer. In lockdown 1 earlier this year, when all over the board play was cancelled, that was the first time what have I done? That's the first time I discovered Twitch. Ginger GM, I was watching him a number of weeks on Title Tuesday. And great fun. I love that he doesn't take it too seriously. You know, very entertaining. So if you haven't already discovered Ginger GM on Twitch, you know, strongly recommended. Strongly recommended. Good entertainment. Right. So I've succeeded in swapping some pieces off. I think I just want a knight, haven't I? Unless he's got something else in mind. No, it's all going quite well now. I'm threatening to take his bishop. Where is he going to put that bishop? He's going to put it there. Okay, but then I'm going to have some discovered text coming up. Okay, let's just keep. What do I want to? Yeah, do I want his knight there? Yeah, let's keep swapping the pieces off. Oh, I should be careful. Once he's moved his knight, he's going to have his bishop and queen on my knight. But I can just move it. And I'm going to have various different threats here as well. So, oh, I've even got queen takes pawn down here. So we do this. Think. No, that would be a very poisoned pawn. Queen takes pawn. Yeah, bad idea. Puts the rook behind it, and then it's bearing down on my king. Yeah. Well done, Robert. Don't do stupid things like that. Okay, so a safer move. There must be some comfortable moves here. Does even knight e3 work? Okay, I know he can take my knight, but might get his queen. Or can he interject with a knight fork in here? I give up my rook, but then I take his bishop. Interesting. It's probably a cleaner win than knight e3. It just looks a cool move to play. But then I often have these cool moves, and then as soon as I play it, I discover the refutation of it. So let's have a think. So the idea is I put my knight in here to e3, attacking his queen and attacking the bishop. He deals with his queen threat, and I take off the knight for free, maybe. Or he has to give up his queen for a rook and a knight. Oh, I think I'm overthinking it a little bit. Let's go for it. Hope I don't lose horribly. So yeah, you could just take my knight. I'm going to get his queen. Here's what comes across. And then I'm going to have to be careful with this knight fork in the middle. But I can perhaps just move my queen. That'll be the simplest thing. I think I completely thrown him with that move. I think the best for him is probably just taking the queen and knight, taking the rook and knight. And I'm going to have to lose a bit of time to get myself out of this potential fork of his knight coming in to d7, which might give him a chance to, set up a bit of a fortress. If he puts the knight in there straight away, takes queen, queen takes, knight takes, bishop check. My knight's not really going to get out of there again, is it? Oh, he could do it, because if his king goes to f1, my knight can hop back and the pawn will be pinned to the king. So there is a way out again there for the knight. Of course, he doesn't have to come in, he could just move his king back again and then the knight would be entombed. But then Harry comes to the rescue. Harry would just need to go h4 and then I can force it open to get my knight out again. Okay, I can see that we've already got a leader now. Marek has won his second game, he's on 2 out of 2. Yeah, okay, so he's gone straight in there. Good, perhaps the best move. I've got to take it. So he's going to do queen takes. Oh, I've got a choice actually now. So which way do I want to go with my knight? Do I take the bishop? I could take the bishop actually, because then if he goes to f1, my knight hops back again, and I might get a second bite of the cherry. And if the king goes to d1, I can either take the rook on a1, or I can put my rook and pin the queen to the rook. Sorry, pin the queen to his king. So, of course, if I take the pawn, he could go the other way. That That'd be very boring. I would just end up winning the rook, wouldn't it? I'm going to go this way and see where he goes with his king. So where at the moment? I'm two knights up in material. So as long as I can get this one back out to the corner again. Okay, so he's gone there. So this little trick, the check, taking advantage of the pawn being pinned to the king. Now, it'd be a big mistake for the king to go back here, because then I could go the other way and fork his king and rook. So I think he's going to have to go to G1. Yeah. And so now, what do I want to do? Knight here, threatening. So threatening F3. Or do I just come across here, start gobbling up pawns, or is that just being a bit greedy? Decisions. Or neither of the above, and maybe I just swing my rook across here and attack the queen. Sort of a choice, really. If I do attack the queen, where's it going to go? It's only got G3 as a safe square. Sorry, H3 as a safe square. It'd be nice to get rid of that queen. Just get a little bit nervous with being down under my king. Because of course, if I get greedy and start taking pawns, it's going to double up. I'll be faffing around for a while. Actually, why don't I do the best of both ways? I'm with knight here to G4, threatening queen takes F2 and mate. He has to deal with that, and then I can attack, bring the rook over, and do I trap the queen? Yeah, let's give that a try. Having said that, he may not see any of that, and may just move his queen. So yeah, the idea of putting my knight on G4 was to cut off the white queen's escape route back to H3. So I'm now threatening rook to D8. Okay, first part of the plan. So now let's go and attack the queen. Where is he going to go? He has to give it up for the rook, I think. Okay, you can give it for the rook and then you'll take this knight as well, but I got rid of the queen. Then I can start hoovering up white's pawns. I think for the first time this could be resignable now for white. If we do finish this game, then we can pop in and see how things are progressing between Cole Bunker and Damien MC. I'm sure they'll be having a time scramble.